Hello, welcome in. I apologize if I seem a little bit down today. There was a very shocking announcement for fans of Holostars. Hello, welcome in. Also apologize if my model's moving a little slow. As you know, when it comes to hand cams, my model is struggling. I've contemplated going to PNGs for being a PNG tuber when it comes to hand cam streams, but I kind of like that I can still use the model, so it's something I'll explore, but for now, we're just going to deal with a little bit of awkwardness. I don't know. I contemplated putting off the stream, honestly, because I was feeling a little down, but I ultimately decided I want to stream and I want to do something that makes me happy because it is a very upsetting situation. Hold on, I'm just adjusting this. Welcome in. So for those who don't know, the announcement was that from now on, Holostars will no longer have any company events, no longer any company support. They are technically still under the company, but they will be able to continue their activities without any company support. That is how I describe it. I'm trying to be very neutral about it because I recognize and understand this is a business decision, however stupid it is, because there are a million things they could have tried before reaching this stage, but this is where they are at, and I honestly... I've already vented to my friend. I've cried about it, I've been upset about it. I'm parasocial. I am parasocial, and just the thought that not even the most basic of support, like, I guess that's not true. They have the very minimum basic support, which is permissions, basic corporate rules without, I don't know. If I think too long about it, I'm going to get upset, and I'm especially upset for the implications. I am not going to dwell on it too much, but I will take this time to say that I am going to do my best to support them from where I am. I have not been able to support a lot of the Holostars, whether it be merch or things, but I do watch their streams. I have talked about them constantly. I do plan to play. They do have a game out. I will be playing it. I will not allow anything to delay me. One of the things I really wanted to make today was actually Holostar stamps. The one merch I do have of Holostars is their TCG. Yeah, not even the birthday merch. That is what annoys me. At the very minimum, they could have done voice packs, which are just digital files, and number 2, birthday merch. Standard birthday merch. But no, they removed everything, and that's just shocking to me. It's like going nuclear. But let me show you. This is the only Holostars merch I have, which is their Weib Schwarz Blau TCG starter deck. I never buy starter decks because it doesn't appeal to me as someone who doesn't play the games. But I did get this because I wanted a piece of Holostars, and I'm so glad I have 2. I do have 2 because I wanted to try to get Raboru. One of my favorite Oshis is actually Yukoku Raboru. He is an amazing Holostar. If you like someone who is entertaining, someone who's really good at being witty and is able to collaborate with a lot of kind people and talk no matter what the situation is, it's Yukoku Raboru. I'll show you. This is Rika. He is my absolute favorite when it comes to music. I also do love Izuru, but Rika is just really special to me. You have Aruran, who is so fun to watch. If you enjoy watching GTA, if you enjoy collabs, if you want someone who is a little bit silly and doesn't take themselves too seriously, Aruran. Oh, I skipped one. I knew it. This is Izuru. Amazing singer. Voice like no other, and he's just someone who is so dedicated to music. If you enjoy music, you will enjoy Izuru. Why are they unprotected? They're super ultra mega rare now. Gotta keep them for the best. I have a deck in pristine condition. The reason why these are available is because I told you I have 2 of these starter decks. One of them I have kept in pristine condition. This one is the one I had, and I was gonna use the extras to turn into stamps. I definitely don't know if I still want to turn them into stamps. I kind of want to keep them as they are. I have ordered something so that I can at least take some of these and make spreads with them. I'll show you them when I'm done, but basically I have I want to I want to do something for the Holostars. It's not gonna be much. It's just gonna be for myself, but I'll try to post it. This is Miyabi. He loves doing vlogs, and if you enjoy seeing like a combination of real life and 3D and things like that, Miyabi is really fun. He likes doing like activities. He's also a great singer. I just ordered the Holostars concert DVD. I contemplated it for a long time, but I ended up pulling the gun and buying it. Sorry, I hate that saying because okay, I ended up just buying it, and I don't regret it because now I can't believe we won't have another concert. That is insane. I'm just glad that I was able to order it, and when it comes in, I'm definitely gonna post and talk about it. This is Robert. He is my ultimate favorite. I absolutely love his streams. I don't speak Japanese. I don't. I try to learn, but I will listen to him because he's so comforting to listen to. And even with the situation, he tried to make his space an uplifting space, and I admire that a lot of them are taking it in a way that they are going to make the best of their situation, but it's still really hard to swallow. Really, really difficult to deal with. Really, I can't. How did it get to this point? They're not even gonna try. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed. I was unfortunately on X and Twitter, and I was reading some of the very vocal minority who I've been using my block button, to say the least. This is Tenma. If you want someone who is very obsessive about his interest, how do I say this? Tenma will play what Tenma wants, but in a way that is like, wow, this is everything to him. He's really interesting. I do love his music, but Tenma is the kind where if you love a game, he is your guy because he will play nothing but that game. He did Mario Kart, he does Street Fighter 6. I think currently it's Street Fighter 6. So upsetting to hear that his upcoming birthday will have 0 merch. Gosh, okay. I can't. That was upsetting. This is Astel. Astel has a really special place in my heart because Astel is actually my friend's Kamioshi. He is an amazing performer and singer, and honestly, he is someone who I commend him. He does tons of karaoke streams. Even now, he's doing karaoke streams. He has an amazing voice, and he is so charismatic, but he's also a great gamer. You'll probably see him in a lot of FPS, if you enjoy FPS. He also does great in collabs. If you enjoy those kind of content, definitely check him out. He does amazing things. Then we have Olga. Olga is so interesting. He is so interesting because his character, I think it is intentional, but the contrast between his character design and his character, which is someone who is very soft, who loves drawing, who doesn't really raise his voice, he's very chill, aside from sometimes he'll game and he'll lose. But that's okay. It's okay. It's fun to watch him. It's fun to watch him rage. He is also someone who enjoys trading card games. If you want to see someone who actually plays the trading card game, Miyabi and Olga, they are the ones who actually play. And actually, like, I did watch quite a few of Olga's streams in order to get inspired for my own setup. I don't know why. Something about his setup was so funny to me because it was like a plain room. And I don't know, something about that really was interesting to me. I didn't understand the game, but it was fun to watch him play. Then you have Sheehan. Sheehan is insane. He is so insanely talented. If you like Uma Musume, if you like performers, if you want to watch someone who learned to figure skate in order to sing the Yuri on Ice opening, or is it the Yuri on Ice? It was Bow and Arrow. It was the Medalist. I think it was Medalist. Bow and Arrow. Shoot, I'm getting it mixed up now. But if you want to watch someone who learned the routine to figure skate and sing at the same time for his 3D live, it is Sheehan. The man is amazing. I believe it's Mafia cover. It might be Mafia. There's 2 covers he's really well known for. He is absolutely amazing. I really love his 3D lives, and I'm so glad he got to do what he wanted. I'm just really upset that it might be the last time. Then you get Rio. Rio is like, it's hard to explain, but his range in singing is absolutely broken. He is so great. I saw someone tweet a clip of Rio, and they're like, he is the Mariah Carey Holostars, and the notes he can hit is legitimately insane. He is someone who is so fun, so calming to watch. I definitely understand that. How do I say this? I'm so upset. Anyways, go watch Rio. He has amazing covers. His cover he did with, I believe it was Kobo, Sora, Haka, and Kali, I think. I have to double check. They did a song of Rad Dogs. It was so good. I think Sora recently retweeted it. It was such an amazing cover. One of my favorites. The only reason it isn't in my mind right now is because I shouldn't have scrolled. I shouldn't have scrolled on Twitter before I streamed, but I did, so we're here now. Oh, this is Gamma. Okay, Gamma has graduated, but legitimately this is one of the reasons I bought this deck, because I did want Gamma's card. I did want to remember him because he was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed his content and also his collab streams and his art. You get Uyu. Uyu I'm actually not too familiar with because he does horror games. I'm not good at horror games, but he has a beautiful, beautiful model, and he really plays into his character. He does really fun things in collabs at like GTA, which is how I got to know him, because he definitely knows how to rage bait. He definitely knows how to rage bait, but he has an absolutely stunning model, and if you like horror games, you will probably like Uyu. Although he does other things, it's just that I know that he plays a lot of horror games. Last but not least is Fuma. Fuma is actually my favorite Uproar in terms of music because I enjoy his music style. He recently did a 3D live. It was an Isekai 3D live. He's technically a raccoon. It was really fun, and I'm so glad I got to watch it live and enjoy it. It was such a great concert, and he is so diverse and passionate about music. 100% would watch. He's also really fun to watch in GTA, which a lot of these guys I found through the GTA Holostars. And I honestly think it's just this is gonna be so upsetting for me. I'm not asking you guys to, but if you have a chance, if you see a clip, if you see something you might be interested in, please just give it a watch and give them a chance. They are amazing, and they do such great work. I am so upset for them, because right now they're blaming themselves when it is not them. It is the environment that did not give them a chance. And I do not care about that stupid picture that keeps being reused about all the quote-unquote support they got, because that support was years ago. And with the rise of things like Tamon's B-side, seeing Plave literally pop off, and I know that there's no guarantee for anyone to pop off, but seeing that there is a demand and a market for it, I love how cover goes, oh, yeah, we don't want that. It's not like Tamon's B-side caused reprints to go out. It's not like people weren't ecstatic about the anime. Of course, it's different because Tamon's B-side. I'm saying there is always a demand for male idols, and I think Holostars are so charismatic and great at what they do, and they're so interesting, but they aren't given the opportunities. They're not being pushed. Okay. All right. This is, I believe, first gen. These cards I was also going to turn into stamps. I had an idea. This is Sun Temple. They are the most interesting in terms of their collabs are legendary. My first video of them was actually Sun Temple toilet situation. People have done animatics. They are extremely interesting and fun, and their performances as three are crazy. I really enjoy them. They're a little unorthodox because they weren't originally meant to be a group, but they're really fun when they do collab. And then you have Ogan Shin, and then I believe it is Uproar. Yes. Gosh. Looking at these cards now, I'm so glad I got two. The special cards I got for this set, by the way, because when you get these decks, you can get special cards. I got Astel and I got Miyabi. I guess there won't be a chance for me to get Rubberdu unless I buy the singles. And I'll be honest, I've looked into buying the booster boxes. I actually found somewhere I could buy the booster boxes, but because of the duties, I couldn't buy it. But now I'm thinking if I should just get it anyways. I know there's no guarantee, but like, gosh, to think like there's no other chance to get merch for them, not even digital voice packs. I don't know. And what I think really frustrates me is that this is just a cultural thing. I understand it's the culture. It doesn't mean that the culture is Okay, anyways. I wish I could be more like my Oshi, Rubberdu, who was able to stay calm and positive because even though it was probably a very difficult situation for him, he wanted to reassure people, and I'm just really upset for them. And as someone who has tried and has, I don't know, to be told by the company that your support is not enough, and to see like, I don't know. It feels terrible. I always tell you guys, and they always tell us, whether you're chatting, lurking, watching the VOD, joining membership, subscribing, sending supas, buying merch, I don't have merch, it's all valid support and it means so much. And to hear the company say like that's not enough, even though it's just, I guarantee you it's all just old men who are looking at their stock profiles and they're like, yeah, we could make more. Well, I hope your pillows are always warm. I hope every step you walk feels like a bunch of Legos. Hope that your food is always bland and unsatisfying, and that you go bald. Damn. Alright. Anyways, my Holostars promotion aside, I'm also a huge proponent for Holostars EN. My Oshi is Ruse, who is having a really difficult time. He's actually going on break, which is totally understandable. But I will support them wherever they go, whatever happens. I will continue to support them in the future. I will do what I can. It's like a kick to the gut, you know? A kick to the gut. Anyways, no, not anyways. I'm gonna bring this up again. I'm gonna take a moment. Today, my goal was to make TCG stamps. Now, as you can see, I've been very busy making stamps. I have 2 stampers. One is actual stamp size, and then one is the extra large size, which is I got on purpose. And fun fact, I got the extra large stamper for the Holostar cards because I didn't want to cut off too much of their face. So if it was not for the Holostars card, I wouldn't have gotten the bigger stamper, and honestly, these cute cards wouldn't exist. So again, something else attributed to Holostars. But let me show you. I've been having a lot of fun. As you can see here, these are my favorite cards, and you can probably see a trend. I really enjoyed it. I don't have something that is big enough for me to make spreads of. I know that some people have just been slowly adding cool pictures, which is fair, which is valid. It's very, very nice. I just wanted to do something more, I guess, like decorative, because this page is too small for me. And I think it's because I have the big stamp. If I just used the mini stamp, I think I'd be fine with this size. But I did get something for the bigger stamps, and because, like I said, I really like making these stamps, I want to do more of them. So I bought it so I could actually turn them into something pretty and collectible. Let me show you. These are the 2 favorite mini stamps I've done so far. I don't have a lot of them because the mini stamp is really tiny. Let me see. Look, it's a bunch of Shelter. They're in like a whirlpool. It's really cute. It's actually from this Shelter card. But I actually like the 3 little Shelters so much, I turned them into their own stamp, and I really like how it turned out. It kind of turned into like an actual stamp. The other thing I got was this one. Now, this is actually from one of my favorite artists. It's Hyogonosuke. I love their Pokemon cards, and I really love how this turned out. Doesn't it look exactly like a stamp? Honestly, if I was gonna get a custom stamp, this is probably what I would use. It looks so silly, but it's so perfect. Like, the background with like the tiny Feebas, which I don't know why it's struggling to swim. You are a fish. I had more thoughts. I'm not gonna lie. I had more thoughts. I'm trying to compose myself. So apologies if I'm a little bit, a combination of low tension and irritated. I'm gonna do my best because I do just want to chill and have fun with you guys, but I did want to talk about Holostars. And I will continue to do so. Damn. Oops, I thought I was muted. Anyways, my goal today is to make a bunch of really cute stamps. One of my goals was to make a spread. I wanted to make a spread where if you guys are comfortable, you guys can tell me your favorite Pokemon. I will try in this pile to find the Pokemon, and then I will stamp it out so we can make a spread for today's stream. So if you guys are comfortable, I would love it if you could share your favorite Pokemon with me. Otherwise, today we'll just be trying to chill and make stamps. Telling you from experience, I've also used my stampers on things like packaging. So if you remember the TCG Clefable. Oh, that's right. Your favorite is Clefable. I'll try to find it. I think I do have a Clefable card in here. But from experience, I had my TCG packaging. I use it to use my stamper to punch out a bunch of this packaging, and it was also really effective. So that's another thing that is really good when it comes to these stampers. I feel like it's going to allow me to make really cute things and reuse things. Hold on, let me look. So I have all the sea Pokemon. In that little pile I showed you guys earlier, I actually organized them by alphabet. So these are all the sea Pokemon. Let's see. We got Castform, Chansey, Charjabug, Charmander, Charmeleon, Chatot. Hold on, I gotta adjust my mic. Chatot, Cherubi, Chewtle, Chinchou, a bunch of Chinchou, Clamperl, Clefairy. Oh, I don't have Clefable. Hold on. I might have Clefable, but it might just not be here. I know I have the card. I know I have a Clefable card. And I do have an extensive stack of other cards that I could use. It's just they're not quite as organized. Hold on. Oops. Those were the other stamps I was stamping out. Whoops. Well, there goes my organization. All got knocked down. Anyways, I hope, from down here, I hope you guys are having a better day than I am. It is very difficult to pick up cards with gloves. Okay, got it. I got it. Runner-up Diggersby? I definitely don't have a Diggersby. If I'm gonna be very honest with you guys, the cards I have set aside were cards that I thought were cute or interesting. So for example, I do probably have a Diggersby card. So Dartrix, Duskull, Duat, Drizzle, Dino, Deerling, Drampa, Ducklet. So these are the cards that I thought were pretty. If I didn't like the card, I probably didn't put it in this pile. I do, however, have another stack. Hold on. In that stack is here. This is all the cards I plan to eventually turn into stamps. And there's a huge variety of them. A lot of them are just because they're cute. I didn't unfortunately get a chance to organize them in time. So we will keep an eye out. If I find a Clefable or a Digger's Bee, we can revisit it. Otherwise, I don't mind just doing out arts. But I will tell you that one of the things I've learned is that Pokemon cards are the easiest to turn into stamps. These cards, the Weib Schwarz Blau cards, they are thicker than the Pokemon cards. They are a little bit more difficult to punch out. So if I'm gonna do an example, I don't know, let's cut out Itoya. I also wanted to work up the courage to punch out a Haikyuu card today. We shall see. Those are definitely the most difficult. Let's see. I've never done this on... As you can see, it doesn't quite fit. So what I usually have to do is I have to cut it, pre-cut it. And it depends what you want to show. Like what you still want. I've had to do a lot of trial and error with like the Pokemon cards. Hold on. Oops. Like this. Also, you gotta be sure to get in all the way. Like this. And that was pretty perfect. That was pretty perfect on the back. So now it's turned into this. Actually, I think that's pretty good. I do like the proportions. That's why I wanted to get the bigger punch, because for the Holostar cards, a lot of them are like this proportion. If I used a smaller one, it might not have worked. There we go. It was having a hard time figuring out where to focus. Now I'm left with this. And what I usually do with this is I punch it out and do other things with it. And by that, I mean I usually make connecting ones. So sometimes I'll really like the art. Like this is one of my favorites I've punched out. You can see there's like a tiny Hitmonchan and then the Hitmonlee. And actually it isn't connected. I just pieced it together like a puzzle. So one of my favorites. It looks really cool. And sometimes I just really like the background. So I'll like punch it out like this. As you can see, it's like really skinny. And I think that's a really fun way I've been able to like use the Pokemon cards. And it's also been really nice to turn them into something that I can eventually turn into scrapbooking pages. My goal is to make more tiny stamps like this though, because they are so cute. Anyways. Alright. Put all those to the side. We will revisit that. I want to show you the Haikyuu one I made. Now, this is one where I actually could not decide what to punch out. Can you tell? Let's see. If you can tell, it's literally all tiny pieces. And because sometimes when I was trying to orient it, it didn't orient quite well. So I've essentially turned it into a puzzle. And I think that was really fun. And I kind of don't want to break it apart because it might not be as easy to put back together. What I've learned is doing it once, totally fine. Doing it multiple times, and by that I mean piecing it like an actual puzzle, doesn't quite work so well. But I think I'm just going to punch out the blue lock cards today. I think I'd feel better once I punch out some of their faces. Gosh. Really, really thrown off guard. I actually had this whole thing planned for like different spreads to do today, but I think we're just gonna take it easy. Just gonna take it easy. So I think the first one I'm going to do is probably this one. I want Julian, which is the person in the very center, Loki. So we're going to cut off everyone's head. And I think this is actually very therapeutic. Worth it to me. Like these stampers, worth the delay and the wait. So, hold on. Trying to see. Okay. Oh. Okay, this time it fell back in. Normally it punches out. So we got Loki. Actually, I think that's pretty perfect in terms of proportion. I wanted him to be the focus, but I wanted to see his jersey. And as for the rest, I'm not really interested in them. I do have a bunch of scrap now. Oh, also, I did also organize my cards by like different categories. So for example, this one, it's really hard to pick up cards. This is the clay series from Pokemon Go. So I do want to turn these into stamps, but I don't know what would be like a good size for them. Should I keep them mini or should I make them very large and use the larger stamp? And the reason why it's important for me to decide is because if I cut off too much in order to use the mini stamp, then I can't use the big stamp because it will have the excess. And let me just say, from my experience, it is not easy to try to fix an edge that you've messed up. Sometimes I put it back in to try to like cut it again so that it's at a nicer edge. It's a little tough. It's a little tough. Because this is actually a stamper you can use with things like different materials. That's why it's so sharp and why I bought it, because it could literally be used on packaging. But that also means that it's not quite so easy. Not quite so easy to use. I do also have cards that I can't bring myself to punch out as stamps. This Butterfree and this Ninetales are actually my absolute favorite art cards. I have never been able to find a second one, but those two, for some reason, arts are so gorgeous and I cannot bring myself to stamp it out. I want to keep the art as it is, but they are so gorgeous. I kind of want to just cut it out of the card anyways, but I also don't bear to because I don't have a backup. I don't know where to get it. It's a common. Oh, I forgot. I do have one more. Hold on. Where'd it go? I also organized a bunch of them by artist. So of the cards that I wanted to do artist pages. So if I'll show you some of my favorite Pokemon card artists. So this one is Sao Sao. Sao Sao has such stunning art. You probably can see I have some of them over there. But I'm obsessed with their art style. Look at how like pencil crayon-y it is, but it's also so playful. Like, I love the way that they approach the characters and how they have so much character. Like, the characters have so much charm and they're so interesting and always doing something. It's why I love, love, love Sao Sao cards. Oh, that I know I'm going to turn that into a two-part stamp, 100%. And even for like Mons I don't care for, like this Purloin. Also, why is Purloin on bipedal? I thought Purloin was like on 4. Was a normal cat. Why is it suddenly bipedal? You got Spinnerack peeking from under the leaves. Krokorok being all, snarky. I don't know who he's talking to. On Edge. Minchino. One of the cutest Minchino cards. The Gothorita. I love the background. What else? I think the Curlia. And there's one more. Oh yeah, the Clefairy. Yeah, the Clefairy is actually my ultimate favorite from Sao Sao. I have so many of these, but they're so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Would turn them all into stamps. A huge part of why I was so motivated to do like you get the stamper is because I wanted to do spreads of like my favorite artists. Because I can't put them in binders. I mean, technically I could. I just don't have enough binder space in order to do that. But I also really like the idea of turning these into like scrapbook pages. Like this one is the Ahsoka Ita and her crochet. Like, look at that. Is that not so adorable? That Swirlex, the Chimecho, Muna. Like, are these not insane? Oh, this is the clay one. So this is the combination one I put together. I'm just so obsessed with the art, and I can't wait to like punch them out. Oh, and this one I was gonna turn into... I also have multiples of these, and I was going to turn these into stamps, but now knowing that it's apparently very coveted as a collector's piece, I'm like, oh, maybe I should do it anyways. I don't know. I'm still contemplating. Is it blasphemy if I have like multiples of these and then I turn them into stamps? BunniAria, yeah, there is a BunniAria, the clay one. What's hilarious is that in terms of celebrations, it's the only master set that I want to complete, but I'm struggling to. Because of the commons. It's always the commons. Here. I'm trying to find my other favorite artists, but I realize now it's really difficult to get the cards out with gloves. But we'll go through it slowly. It's a very heavy box. I did say today, though, I'm probably going to punch out some Blue Lock and also some Pokemon, but we shall see. We shall see. Because one of the things I actually wanted to do was I wanted to do a bird series. A burb series, as you can see. It's not quite going the way I thought it would. Because I thought this would look more like stamps. Like this one I think is pretty good. But proportion-wise, these look okay. They just don't look like stamps, but they're cute. They're still cute, and I can still turn them into a series. But as someone who really likes backgrounds, sometimes it's a little difficult for me to let go. So I've been like cutting out some of the backgrounds, and I'm going to be using them as like scrap decorative. So like I said, this is going to be a huge part of my journaling. My journaling from now on. Even with like these two, I don't know if you can see, I'm really obsessed with like the proportion, but it's really difficult to get right, like with the spiral, because it's so wide. I'm going to be cutting off most of one wing, and then is it going to look nice? Is it going to look awkward? You never know until you punch it out. So far, I haven't had any that look like terrible, but I think it's just a matter of if I like how it looks or not. Yeah, do I not? I don't know. Anyways, these are my favorite. These turned out really well. I like them a lot. And this one, as you can see, is actually... it's actually from my thumbnail. I don't think I'll be able to bring my heart to punch out the Holostars. I might punch out the small ones. I might consider punching out these. Because I think I actually measured the proportions and they're pretty perfect. But I think the bigger ones I'm going to put off until I feel like I can do it. A tribute to the home invaders. No, you know what? The other day when I found out my neighbor was feeding the birds and that's why they won't leave, I was so upset. I was like about to fight my neighbor. Oh, if anyone's wondering why I don't have the first gen card for this, it's because that one is only available in the booster pack. This is just the cards available in the starter deck. So technically I could play the card game with these, but they kept the first gen team, I guess the first gen card for the booster box. That's why I don't have it. I was also looking. I thought I missed it. Yeah, I think I'll punch it out. Because this is the only one where it's like, it makes sense for me to punch it out if I can show you. Like this. It's a little bit off. I might cut off a little bit so I can position it better. Hold on. I was like so excited and waiting for a potential second run of cards. And I was hoping Holostars EN would get a set for Weib Schwarz Blau, but I don't know. Alright. Is that better? Actually, that doesn't look any different than before. Hold on. Oh, it's because I didn't cut off enough. That's why. But yeah, the reason I did the bird series was actually because I wanted to... I did the bird series because I wanted to make like typical stamps, and I wanted to do a fish series as well, but we'll see. Okay, like this. Sometimes you have to be really careful with the proportions. We're gonna pop out Tenma. Oh, that was pretty perfect. He landed right there. So now I've got a Tenma stamp. That's a pretty good focus, pretty good zoom. Got a little Tenma stamp. I'm gonna move these. Move everything except the tiny stamps and then Holostars. I'm gonna cut out Robberoo next. But yeah, if you guys are following me on X, I recently have been going back and trying to like do some things, because a lot of things I keep in touch with in terms of like games and opportunities and updates are there. I have reposted a lot of Holostars, and I will continue to do so. So, no bunny series. I actually was gonna do a bunny series, but then I looked and there were enough bunny mons that I liked. There's pretty much Plusso and Minin are mouses, and then there's just Diggersby. So no, I'm gonna do a blue and purple series though. So it's upside down, but we got... Oh. He landed on the Ninetales, which, you know, fitting. I've really been enjoying his Pokemon Fire Red streams. He's doing a Nuzlocke, so his is way more intense than mine. It's also very interesting to watch. So if you like Pokemon, you can also check out Robberoo. And he's actually going to do a stream, I think. I think he's streaming right now. His streaming hours are very crazy. He's one of the few Japanese talents that I can like catch his streams once in a while. And I do try to join when I can. Okay, oh, no. Sometimes you just gotta position it beforehand. I feel like they kind of did Astel dirty with this. Let me show you. Why is he pouting? Like, Astel is a very smiley active person. Like, can you see his face? He's like full on pouting. Oof. I think doing this as ASMR would be really funny. And that's Estelle. Like, why is he pouting? That's kind of doing him dirty. Also, this is a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you Robberoo up close too. Robberoo actually has one of the coolest models because he kind of almost looks like watercolor, so it's very interesting. Like, the way he moves, and his mama does a great job with the motions. Like, in terms of how it ended up looking once it's in motion, it's so interesting. She's actually one of my dream mamas. I was trying to think of her name, but I couldn't. But I love her style. I really love her style. It's one of the reasons why I really love watching Robberoo, is because the model works so well with his expressiveness. You got Shein. Honestly, the fact that it's a little bit curved is a little crazy to me. I don't know if you can tell. Hold on. Like, on the side, you can see, like, there's a curve because of the way that it cuts. Shein also has one of the most interesting models. I started watching his music because I really liked his model. Now we're gonna cut out Olga, who is actually someone I would watch more if I could catch his streams, because his streams are really my vibe. Very chill. Oops. That popped. Alright. I definitely have to cut more. Olga's very broad-shouldered, so I have to cut more of the card. That's why sometimes you don't know if it'll turn out nice until you start cutting. And then sometimes you need multiple cards in order to figure out what looks nice. Alright, we got Olga. I should be able to do this with one hand, but... should and could. Oh! Look, it's Olga! That was crazy. It just literally jumped on my hand. Making sure I'm not muted. I forgot I was gonna punch out some of the stars as well, but... whatever. I'm not salty or sad at all. Oops. Proportionately, I'm okay with this. I feel like it could be better. I'll probably cut it off. Too weak. I'd be stronger if I had more Holostars content to consume while I work out, you know. That's exactly how that works. And... we got real. Let's see. Nope, not even that hand. No, I have to work on my wrist strength. We got real. Actually, this is honestly the perfect size for like tiny little postage stamps. Makes me a little sad now I don't have the first gen, because it would be really nice to have like all of them all in one place. And by that I mean on my page. Oh, everything sounds so sad. Alright. We're gonna do Uyu. Tiny, tiny Uyu. They chose the standard model of him with his mascot, which is very interesting. And I actually still watch Gamma's content. If you know, you know. I don't know if I can mention it, but I definitely still watch. He had such an interesting model. I thought his was so visually bright and eye-catching. It was really great. Who knows? And the last one, but not least, is Fuma. Oh, yours. Oh. Never know where it's gonna go. Yay. The thing is, if they still want to do opportunities and things like that, you still have to do it through the company. So this is so weird in terms of like I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm probably just gonna vent later. But those are the Holostars, the brightest stars in the sky. Well, I'm gonna definitely spam more content in the near future anyways. I'm gonna see... one thing I wanted to try is, can I turn this first gen card into a big stamp? It looks like I might be able to. I just need to crop off some of the side. And that's just sometimes how you have to do it. Painful, but I'm probably going to do nothing but listen to more of their music. Alright, this is how it's looking so far, and unfortunately it is a little awkward. Araran is too tall. He's too tall. This looks very silly. Unfortunately, if I try to do... I can't. I'm gonna try to crop off from Izuru's side and then see if that gives me a better crop. If it wasn't because I have like 5 of these, I definitely wouldn't be cutting them up. But part of me also wants to be able to... Oh, shoot. Okay, unfortunately, my cropping is not quite there yet. Rika is like half cut off. You can see Izuru's entire cat hoodie though, so that's very cute, but... Also, I wanted to get the Weib Schwarz Blau, Weib Schwarz Blau Detective Conan 30th Anniversary card set. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I missed it. I can't believe I missed the pre-order. I missed the pre-order to the point where, like, you can't even pre-order anymore. It's coming out in, like, a couple days. And I've been keeping an eye on it for, like, 2 months. Still nothing. No pre-orders. How's that? I think that's okay. I'm okay at that crop. Poor Miyabi, though. He's so cropped off, and I've already cut off, like, half of Araran's hair. Okay, we're gonna commit. We're gonna commit. There's no way I can do this one-handed. We're gonna have to do 2 hands. I committed. I did it. We got this, as you can see. It turned out pretty okay. I actually like that you can still see Rika's whole face and Izuru's. I just cut off half of his hoodie. Araran, though, he kind of got a haircut. And poor Miyabi, he's so tiny. I do like how they use the different, like, their colors in the background for the stars. But I cut those off, so you can't really see it. Alright, now Mafia is gonna be very difficult. And I say that because they're standing so far apart. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Here is Sun Temple. We're gonna try to get an okay crop on them. Alright, so most of Roboru is cut off. I'm gonna have to cut off Tenma. If I had to choose between Tenma and Roboru, it would be Roboru for me. Speaking of Roboru, though, he's the sole reason I started watching GTA. It's so much fun to watch him play with the others because he's so good at compromising. He's such a good person to bounce off of because he's able to adapt to so many conversations and so many things. He's very playful as well, so it's really fun to watch, but he's very... he knows how to handle the situation and keep things entertaining and running. Okay, I've just gotta make it a little... Alright. This is the crop I'm gonna go for. Sorry, Tenma, like I said. I tried to keep Tenma, but I really wanted to keep most of Roboru. I really want to be able to see his full profile, and I think most of Tenma is there. Most of Tenma will be there. Like, can you hear that? It is chunky. It's not even that I'm too weak, which maybe I am, but this puncher is just very strong. Alright. Look at that. I did get most of Roboru, and Tenma is very visible. Astel really benefited though. Okay, Mafia is gonna be very difficult. Let me show you. Alright, how am I gonna do this? They are literally so far apart. I don't know how this is gonna work. If we are to estimate how this is gonna look, it's gonna be like that. Will I be able to get them in the same frame? It's gonna be like very unsure. Let's try. If I can't, I might have to turn them into like individual stamps. But then they'd be so lonely. Like everyone is in their pairings. I'm thinking. Because if I turn them into individual stamps, I don't need a cut. I can just... If I turn them into individual stamps, I can just cut from the top and then we can go like this. But if I turn them into a group stamp, I'm gonna need to cut off the edges. Wow, look at that. Olga is literally so tall and with his little horn that this is like the perfect crop for him. And I say that because I cut off like the little side piece, which is the symbol. That's why he's a little lopsided. But it's like the perfect crop for him. I do have multiples. I technically could turn them into single cards later if I wanted to. I'll probably stick to the teams. We're not gonna break up anyone today. Alright, let's try. It's like half of Olga. No! I have a lot. I guess I can cut off a little more. It's just like, once I start cutting, it's gonna be no going back. I mean, technically this whole time there's been no going back. I have like a box here just of card clippings. Okay, this is how it's looking. It looks like Olga's getting a lot more than Sheehan is. So both of them, there's like a whole space between them. They could have just put them closer together. You see that? I think that's gonna have to be my crop. This is as close as I'm gonna get to it. And technically I am cutting off Olga's horns. So let me see if I can adjust that a little. No, I can't. Oh, it's because I cut it at an angle. I don't know if you can see. I cut it at an angle. So let me try to like fix this. And then maybe I'll be able to... Oh, no. Okay, so I frayed it. Like I literally frayed it. I don't know if you can see. And then we're gonna crop about here. This is gonna have to be my crop. It's just because of me trying to get Olga's horn in the picture, in the stamp. They could just stand closer together though. Will I use the clippings to start a bonfire? No. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot I was gonna show you. No, I'm gonna use them to put a curse on whoever decided to disband Holostars. This is how it turned out. I feel like I could have definitely incorporated more Shein, but then it's like a lot easier to cut off Olga, and then you would have missed his horn. Like this is how it turned out. I'm definitely gonna have to turn them into individual stamps because that will look a lot better. But yeah, right now it's just giving. How do I say this? We're forced to take the picture. But they get along really well. Their streams are really fun to watch. The two of them. And last but not least is Uproar. I'm gonna have to cut off so much. Wow, I can't believe that's still not enough. I have to cut off. Uyu is so broad-shouldered. I don't know if you can see this. Uyu is so broad-shouldered. Oh, wow, that's a crazy angle. No wonder it wasn't. Okay. Okay. That's still not straight. Wow, I never knew it was so difficult to cut in a straight line. I'm actually pretty okay with this crop. Genma was really tall. I didn't realize that. Alright. I will support Holostars forever. Forever. I'm gonna keep them on screen. I'm also gonna try to cut out some Haikyuu. I think I just need something. I guess the word is stronger. Because I feel like punching out Blue Lock is too easy. I'll show you. This is the ones I've done of Haikyuu so far. I first did the coach. I don't know his name, but I wanted to commemorate this face, and I shall use it forever whenever I'm displeased with something. We got Ushijima bearing down on Tsukishima and Hinata. I could not cut out Hinata, which is why I only was able to cut out Tsukishima. It's just the way that the picture was oriented. Hold on, I'm gonna put it down here. And then I started cutting out the backs because I just like the design. But I also got... Oh, shoot. As you can see, I actually had pieced it together. This was the Dateko moment where the third years made Futakuchi and Aone promise that they would make it next year. And it's a little broken, but like the spirit is there. The spirit of the puzzle pieces are there. It was also difficult to like punch that one out just because I was trying to frame it. So this is Takeda Sensei. He got the big stamp because he deserves it. Great mentor, great adult figure in a sports anime, which is very rare. One of my favorites is Daya no Ace, but I despise the coach. He did not do his job. It's not even that he's inexperienced, it's that I don't like the way he approaches things, and I don't like the way he doesn't take responsibility for things, and that he has the players do things and take... How do I say this? He has the players do his job for him. That really annoys me. Also, Prince of Tennis is ending. This is a crazy week. Can you believe Prince of Tennis, after 27 years, is finally ending? I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to get back into it. It's been a very long time since I've watched Prince of Tennis, but I do remember like one of the cheers. It's like... Actually, I'm not even going to attempt it. Nope, maybe another day. I also punched out the Inarizaki squad, cheering squad, and then Aone doing his target blocking. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a cool moment. I'm glad I got to like I really like how it turned out. I also really enjoy how some of these, hold on, is there one I can show you? Yeah. I also like doing like these kind of stamps. They're very fun. Isn't that gorgeous? It looks like an actual stamp. It's like the old cemetery. Isn't it perfect for like my background as well? One of my favorites. One of my favorites, hands down. Now, in order to keep all my cards, I actually have these. I bought these a long time ago from the Pokemon Center. And now I use them to store my different cards. I originally had them storing Pokemon cards. I pretty much took them all out. Let's see. Will I have the guts to stamp these out? Is there a character you think I should stamp out? I am going to make an Osamu spread. I'm also going to make like a Kuro spread. I'm going to try to make some of my favorite character spreads. But like these, by the way, these are foils. Part of me is like, should I do it? Should I punch them out or should I not? I'm still thinking about it. It's gonna be, it's a lot different punching those out than, for example, just the regular base ones. And some of these I'm super excited to punch out. Like this one, this is gorgeous. I cannot wait to turn this into a stamp. Having Shimizu as a stamp, stunning. Also, this is a manga panel art. And let me see if I have also these. Part of me is like, do I dare stamp these out? These are like the shiny silvery, hold on, the silver foil ones. They are so gorgeous, but I don't think I could bring myself to stamp it out. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If you watch a Holostars video, I will. I'm just kidding, I wouldn't say that. I would. Okay, I'm gonna put away the hollow ones. We're gonna start punching out some of the, I guess, more basic ones. Where'd they go? Hey? Just those? I thought I had other basics. Oh, there they are. Okay, I mixed them in. These are set 2 and set 1. Okay. I see how I organize them, which is very much zero organization. Let's start with the Haikyuu basics. We're gonna start with Shira Torizawa, because it's not difficult for me to punch these out at all. So I believe this is Rayon, the Liberal. I'm trying to read his name. Kawanishi. Kawanishi. I can kind of read Japanese. I can read hiragana. And then Semi. So let's see if I can punch them out. Not if I can punch them out, if I can punch them out nicely. Now for Semi, he's one of the rare cards where I think I could do a sideways punch. Because some of the other ones, well actually most of them have been sideways. I guess the rarity is finding something I can punch out like this. For Semi, I feel like this is interesting. This could work because catching his arm in motion would be interesting. Otherwise, just getting his face might be pretty boring. You see how thick these cards are? It's crazy. Alright. Semi, you are one of my favorite Haikyuu characters, but you cannot block the Holostars. Not today. Rayon, I think I might just turn him into a mini stamp. What do we think? Like this? The proportion's pretty good for a mini stamp. If I were to use like a big stamp, it would be like this. And the reason why I wasn't sure is it's kind of boring. Like the semi one, you can see the motion, so it's kind of interesting. But for Rayon, it's just his posture. But I guess like seeing his jersey might be more interesting. The stamp device in my bones. Both. Now you guys know what happens when I wake up and start stretching in the morning. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to focus. Actually, that turned out pretty nice. Alright, can't balance it. You know those videos where it's like trying to balance your phone trying to balance your phone on a quarter or something like that. I could never. Okay, so this one, let me try to read his name. Yamagata. Is his name Yamagata, if I'm correct? Need some WD-40. No, I just need more Holostars. So I could do this. This is kind of interesting. I was thinking of something like this, but that's kind of weird. Like the posture, because you only see one arm. So maybe I'll do something like this. But it's kind of off. Like, I feel like seeing his jersey's interesting, but you need to see both his arms for it to kind of work. Could also do this. That's pretty good centering. Otherwise, if I cut off his hair, it's gonna leave some empty space at the bottom. Yeah, that turned out pretty nice. And then we got Kawashima. Like at this point, if I don't make them all the big stamp, it's gonna look sad. Like, why do some of them get the big stamp, some of them don't? Okay, that's a little awkward. Probably need a little more of his shoulder. Yeah, that looks better. A machine that turns TCG cards into stamps. Pretty much. I actually can't tell if you guys can like hear it or not, like how loud it is. That turned out okay. So we got Shiratorizawa there. The next group is... Oh, it's just Haikyuu? I don't have any of the other... Apparently, I only had Haikyuu for Nekoma. I thought I had more. But probably just for like one of the sets, because this is set 2. This is the more recent set. We got Haikyuu. In a rare occasion of him wearing red and black uniform, usually he's wearing the white and red one. And... ta-da! Honestly, it's very satisfying to like punch the cards out. This is what it looks like after, by the way. I don't think I've ever shown you. I have like this little place where it's just all of the extras. I say little place. It's like a little... I'm using like a TC trainer, an ETB box to store everything. And then later on, it'll be easy cleanup. We're gonna move on. This is Captain Moniwa. I'm doing Dateko because I do have them on screen anyways. How is that? That's okay. Could probably like this. This is nice, but Alright. Like this? Yeah, that's better. Like this. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Thing is, I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is actually very clean. Like the one I got the first time around, and I said they were dirty, had like smears everywhere, it was dusty, it had it had clearly been used and they put it away. This one was like pristine when I got it, so I was really ecstatic. It was so worth the wait. Definitely glad I didn't keep the other one. Okay. This guy, I don't know his name. He has a really long neck. Don't know if you can tell. Like, his shoulders dropped a lot. He is... No. Sasaya. He's also a 3rd year. Maybe I got his name wrong. And... like this. Kind of looks like a yearbook picture, doesn't it? He ended up in the right spot, but... his looks so much like a yearbook picture. It's also because of his posture. Look at that. He does also look like he's taking a yearbook picture. Maybe a teen yearbook picture? And this one is... Kamasaki. Like this. Yeah, he looks way more animated. In pop. Alright. It depends on the positioning when I want it to focus sometimes. Now I think I'm gonna let you guys listen to a Pokemon card. Because you guys have heard all the other ones. Pokemon cards are like the thinnest to punch out. I don't have... I think I do. Which one can I punch out? Oh, shoot. No. Okay. This pile was originally for what I call my dynamic Pokemon cards. So these are like the ones where they're in action. So they're like really cool action shots, and I was gonna try to like punch them out. I was gonna grab one to try. I'm gonna see if there is anything I want to punch out. The Azumarill. Technically, I could grab any of these because I will punch them out anyways. But maybe there's a cuter one that I want to do like right away, you know? Oh, we can do the Meltan. I did also drop one, but I think I had punched that one out anyways. So it was a double. I'll show you. We'll punch out this one. Look at this. It's a Meltan. Doesn't he look so cute? I think he's using focus energy. One of the rare moments where you can see like... oh, who did this card? Tiziro. I actually am not familiar, but I thought it was a Sao card for a second. That's really cool. Great shot. Let's see. Maybe I can punch out a Pokemon card with one hand. Let's see. Okay, I think it's easier for me to cut a Pokemon card straight to her because I had a line to follow. So, like this. I don't like the single strike symbols. I try to like avoid them, but sometimes they're inevitable. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. Oh, I could! See, I told you. The Pokemon cards are way thinner. This is the bigger stamp punch too. And I managed to get it with one hand. Who needs a grip strength test? You can just use the stamp puncher and that will tell you. So this is the Meltan. I could in fact do it with one hand. I'm not weak. This is the Aftermath. Normally, if I like the background, I'll punch it out as well. The way I usually do it is I will crop off whatever I don't want. In this case, I don't want the single strike. Okay. Crop off the single strike, line it up. I'm not trying to give a tutorial, I'm just telling you guys what I usually do. And then for whatever's left, I go like this. And sometimes if I feel like it's an important piece of the background, I'll piece it together. But otherwise, you have like this really cute art piece. Why wouldn't you keep this? Look at how stunning it is. Like the Pokemon art sometimes goes so nicely. And then you don't waste any of the card. I mean, you can do it a little closer if you like. I'm just okay with where I tend to cut off. But it's a really good use of the card, I think. Personally. Maybe people think it's blasphemy, which is fair, but to each their own. Let's do some miscellaneous Haikyuu characters. I say that because it's easier to do them one by one. Okay. The Haikyuu cards are thick though. Like, they are not easy to punch out. Conundrum. Should I punch out Bokudo with both of his arms or just one of his arms? Because technically, I could do it like this, but I feel like that's not as nice of a use of space. And I could like crop it off from the edge so we could go this way. But either way, I think then... Ouch. This is metal, and by the way, it will hurt. You ever piece back one of the Ikemen into the cards? I can. That's actually what I did here. So in for this one, I technically pieced it all back together. So you can do it if you want. It just gives a really cool card effect. And because the cards are thick, it actually works well where it like stays together. Hold on. Like, it's pretty firm. You don't need to tape it or anything. I know, I was thinking of that too. I was like, Exodia. When all the pieces come together. Okay, so I think for Bokudo, I could do this. That's pretty good. Because I feel like if I did this, the composition is not as nice. I don't know why. I know nothing about composition or anything. I'm just doing what I think would look nice. I think this looks pretty good, so I'm going to punch out Bokudo. Ta-da! Very cute. Very cute. Bokudo gets a special place. Next is... Amanai. Amanai. So I think she's the ace of Niyama, which is like the female... the top female volleyball school in Miyagi. Mix and match their face bodies and backgrounds. Oh, that could be fun. That could be fun. Something to consider. I don't think I could do it right now because of my gloves. Hi, Mel. Welcome in. You do see Yaku. Wait, I didn't know you were a Yaku fan. I literally pulled a ton of his cards when I first did Haikyuu. I technically have all of Yaku's special cards. Technically. But yes, I'm currently punching out the Haikyuu characters. I got Amanai, She's so cute. And also, I don't know if you can tell, like, these Haikyuu cards are so thick that they barely curve. Like, it's insane. But look, she's so cute. And this is how it ends up. Now, let me see. I have this one. So technically, if I were to grab... Let's say I grab Yaku. I technically could mix and match. Like dress-up dolls. It doesn't really work because of the posture, but if I found the right face, it could potentially, you know? The possibilities are endless, especially with cards as thick as these. You're mostly fond of Nekoma the most, and you got your Nekoma hoodie? That's so cool! I actually really would love Seido of Diana Ace. I would love their jacket. It's so nice. But I haven't gotten any of the other teams. Maybe Karasuno I would like. Cursed. That's what makes it fun. So we got Kyotani. I really love the background. So part of me was like contemplating doing it sideways for Kyotani because I really love the squiggles. Like, is that cool? Is that aura? Or does that look like something's behind him about to like possess him? I feel like it gives mixed vibes. What you could do is this, which does look okay. I guess it looks better than like him being possessed. I adore the Holostars. I'm so upset. I honestly had more plans for today's stream, but I was so thrown off by the Holostars announcement. So I'm taking out my frustration by punching out cards. I adore the Holostars. My favorite is Robertu. I do adore most of them, and I really enjoy watching most of their streams. I pop in and out. I'm a lurker. But yeah. Today was terrible. Today was terrible. Trying to find a better position for old Kyotani. Probably this. This is probably better for Kyotani in terms of like actual looking good in a stamp. Yeah, that looks way better. I'm a little sad because I do like the... Hold on. I do like the aura in the background, but this works better. Maybe I'll just punch out the aura. Yeah, I did put him in my thumbnail. I always knew I was going to punch out the Holostar cards, but now I kind of don't want to. Alright. I'll show you. We got Kyotani here, and we got the little aura piece here. So if I just put them together, and now we have Kyotani being followed by a ghost. That's how it works. And it's actually pretty seamless. I don't know if you can see it. There's like a very barely there seam. Maybe it's from the back. You can see it. You can see it on the back. But you can't really see it from the front, which is really cool. So he's the first to get like the little stamp treatment. Kyotani is summoning a spirit to allow him to win. Also, like, one thing about this is you will get a lot of little tiny paper... how do you call it? Scraps? Not a lot, but like, depending on how you cut it out, you'll get a bunch. That kind of makes me want to try. Actually, talking about the Holostars made me want to try punching out their cards. I love these cards. But if I were to punch it out, it would be like this. Now, don't worry, I have more of these, so I'm not too worried about that, but like... I have so many Atsumus to punch out. Don't worry, I was planning on it. The plan was to punch out this, and then punch out this. But then you can't really get the phone name. So I don't know. I'm still thinking if I should punch it out or not. This one is more difficult for me to punch out than Haikyuu or Blue Lock or Pokemon. I'm also planning to do a Natsumu page. I'm excited for that. Oh, Samu page? I didn't say that. Who was that? I was possessed by a ghost. Hoshimi. I do really like his shade of blue. It's a really nice shade of blue. I think Korai is his name. So let's take Korai. Who can I put? I don't know. Oh wait, no. It has to be Kyotani. Because they're in the same position. So now, what if Kyotani went to, what is this school called? I forgot. Oh, my model stopped moving. Oh, okay. What if Kyotani went to, I forgot the school name. Went to a different school where he brought a ghost with him. It's like, I woke up one day and I ended up at a different school. Depending on their position, you actually could mix and match more. Now this next one, I just like him. I think he looks cool. It's Kuguri from No Hebi. I was like, no Kebi, no Nebi. He has like an interesting posture because he like has a little fist up. So I was like gonna do this. I think that's pretty good. Oops, it slipped. Oh no. I think I'll go with this. Well, that popped out really nicely. That looks really cool. I do like his character. And I say that because he looks like some of my other favorite characters. We've got Komori, which is Kiyomi's cousin. That shocked everyone when that came out. And like this. Two. He's saying hi. We got a nice variety going here. And of course we got Kiyomi. Oh, he is a liberal. Okay, I wasn't sure. Kiyomi. Sakusa's card is interesting because part of me wants to make it a horizontal card. And then part of me is like, should I just keep everyone vertical? Like, if we were to make a vertical stamp for him, it would be... Hold on, I gotta get the positioning right. Like this. Which isn't bad, but I don't feel like it quite captures the scene, you know? So maybe it should be like this. Decisions. I could cut off part of the card so I can get it positioned in the center. You somewhat like him, I see. Is it better to see more of his uniform or to see more of the sadness? And probably better to see more of his uniform. I can't get over the proportion of some of the horizontals unless they're like semi. Everyone should be like Sakusa. Be conscious of your hygiene. I saw an episode of Atashinchi today, and I don't think I'll ever watch an episode again. I was really disgusted by how they characterized the dad. And by that, I mean, like, if you... I don't even want to say it. It was really gross. It was really gross. Oh, so... Your favorite is Komori? I see, I see. He's cute. I don't know a lot about him, honestly, because, besides the fact that he is cousins, and he's also a really good liberal, but he's very cute. I didn't know he was your favorite, though. I thought your favorite were the setters. Which I guess you can have multiple favorites. Totally fair. No, I'm gonna take... Oh, I did have one more Dateko I could have punched out. Okay. We're gonna take a break from Haikyuu. I'm gonna punch out some Blue Lock. I gotta punch out everyone. Kiros has been peaked. It was a really gross episode. So, they were talking about the dad's bad habits. And the dad... I hate this. He washed his hands in the toilet. And I'm not even joking. It was so gross. I decided I'm never going to watch an episode of the show again because why would you put that into existence? Why? Oh, you meant Sakusa. Oh, no. Fair enough. Sakusa is also a great character. I remember him because of the manga. He was so fun in a time skip. But no, either way, even if you like Komori, that would have been fine. But I see, I got it wrong, my bad. I'm gonna try to punch out Shindo, but this is gonna be really rough. I don't know how I'm gonna punch it out. Do I want to punch it out? Kind of not, because I'll be honest, Shido and Rio and the snake thing... Maybe I won't punch it out. I just thought it'd be interesting. I could do it this way. That might be more interesting. Okay. Gotta trim. Indian. You like setters, but not all of them. Yeah, that's fair. Not Atsumu. I mean, it's totally fine if you like him. I'm just... Alright. Actually, that looks pretty okay. It's not the best shot, I will admit. Like, it's not the most interesting. Should I do it? I guess if I do it this way, it looks like Rio is the star of the stamp, but it also looks better as a stamp. The other one is just too crowded. You don't know who to focus on. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It does make Rio the star, though. And technically, if I wanted to, we could punch out this. And then I could get 2 stamps, but I don't know who this character is. Who is that? Oh, it's Bachira. Sure, I'll punch out Bachira. No, it doesn't look interesting enough. Let me show you. This is my viewpoint. It doesn't look interesting enough to be a stamp. I mean, it could be. It could be. But you kind of don't know what to focus on because it's not very clear it's Bachira either. You're not particularly fond of Oikawa, but not hate him that much. That's fair. It's actually really interesting, Oikawa. He's so popular with Argentina, and which fair. He is a member now. But I also think, like, as a character, he's not my favorite either. But he's definitely an interesting character, and I think he is really important to the story. I think okay, this is not gonna be very nice, I guess. No, then, how do I explain this? My least favorite setter is actually also from Aoba Josai, but it's the other one. It's the backup setter. Alright. Now, originally I was gonna make this a horizontal stamp, but I think this vertical looks really cool. It looks like he's flying to the moon. I might try to do it horizontal and see if that gives him a better perspective. Like, maybe it'll look like he's actually flying. Right now, it kind of just looks like, how do I say this? Shaolin soccer? If you know, you know. Or you could look it up. I didn't watch a lot of that one, but it did leave an impression on me as a kid. Let's see. Okay. Shoot, should I? No, I didn't need it. Okay. I committed. I cut it. Okay, that might be perfect. Yeah. So I think this is what I'm gonna go with. It does look better. It looks like he's actually trying to fly to the moon. And that's the way they drew it. Is that better or is... maybe I like this more actually. Vertical... horizontal. I don't know which one looks better. He's kind of thrown off by his past personality. He's kind of... that's fair, but how do I say this? I think he played a really important role, and you don't have to like his personality. I know that I had issues with his middle school personality, but I also just had issues with the way that a lot of adults don't do anything. The fact that there was no adults to help and is a huge reason why a lot of these kids just, when they handle it themselves, of course they're not going to know what to do. It's just one of those things. One of those things. I actually think I like it better horror vertical. I think I like the composition better when it's vertical. I like seeing his whole frame. It looks a lot more dynamic. Alright. Yeah, I like that. It kind of looks like he's flying. And let's see. Let me see how far in I can get you guys to zoom and see this. You see the very faint soccer ball? Yeah, he's not flying to the moon. It's a soccer ball. Yeah, the adults really failed a lot of the kids. It is why Dia no Ace is such a difficult reread for me. Because I just feel like none of them took care of the kids. Like my ultimate favorite... one of my ultimate favorite... hold on, I'm just getting the background here. Very pretty. I love that. One of my ultimate favorite series, but it's so hard to rewatch when the adults are not present. I think, like, even Prince of Tennis, I didn't understand why the coach didn't realize that her player was so injured to the point where he needed to fly to another country to get surgery. Oh, my model's frozen again. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it's just like, you really failed. But it's fine. We have amazing coaches like Takeda Sensei. And also, I'm trying to think of the other sensei's name. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Okay, this one, is that interesting? Good composition? Could be better. This one doesn't look great either. It's tough because it's like a full face card. Could move over. I think Nekoma Sensei is also really great. I do like that he lets Kenma be himself, but Kenma is still proactive. But that's also definitely because of Kurdo. But having a good adult figure in your life makes a world of a difference. My coaches just had us do their work and didn't tell us. Well, that looks okay. I think I'm gonna go with that. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. No, I can't. Alright, I can only do Pokemon cards with one hand. Grip strength tests. Can you punch out Weib Schwarz Blau or Haikyuu cards? As you have better grip strength, you will be able to punch them out. That turned out pretty nice, yeah. Yeah, Coach Nekomata was great. Oops, it fell. We're gonna punch out Sei's face. Some of these cards are a lot easier for me to punch out because without like a strong emotional investment in the character, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I can cut it up. I don't mind at all. Hold on, I'm gonna... No, okay. I was gonna cut out the Itoshi part first, but then if I cut it out, I'll show you. If I cut it out, I'll cut out part of his head, and then that will compromise the chibi, which may not matter, but it might matter. It's just safer to cut out his head first. I hope I estimated that right. It's so crooked. You know how like Pokemon Ranger taught us to draw circles? Is there anything that taught us how to cut in a straight line? Is that better? Kind of. Alright, I might just have to crop out. Oh, yeah, okay. No, I messed up. I didn't estimate it correctly. Darns. Well, I'll just have to take another chibi card. Like this. He's all hair. Wow, that's real fluffy. That's not too bad though. I didn't know his eyes were green. That's really pretty. And I don't know why I have so many red cards. Let's see if I can find something else. I only have Rio. Okay. We'll cut some blue out. Let's see. I can cut out... Are you? No. Oops. Alright, actually it's pretty good. Like this. Yeah, that's pretty nice. It actually looks like a little trading card. Well, I mean, it is a trading card. Or it was a trading card. But it's okay, these are all duplicates. Okay, so this one, Gagamaru. I had the number 1 for him because it worked out. Also, he has like the yellow uniform because he's the goalie. His eyes are like a little crazy for me. Very fun though. And honestly, one of the cards I was like, should I cut it out? It would kind of be crazy for me too, is this one. It's a little crazy because technically this is a chase card. Like it's a full art. I still don't know why I put 2 in here. I think I accidentally repeated. I also contemplated cutting out this, which is also a chase card. It's a little insane of me. But you know what I do plan to cut out? All my Nagi cards. I am going to turn a Nagi page. Or make a Nagi page. I'm so excited for that. And I'm also planning, because I really like this border, I'm gonna turn these into like mini stamps as well. I don't want to punch out any more blue lock today. Maybe we'll punch out more Pokemon cards. Unfortunately, I could not find a Clefable. I was actually like shuffling through some of my cards as I was finding them. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a Clefable. But someday I will ask you guys for your favorite mons, and I will make another page devoted to your guys' favorite Pokemon. I think that'd be a lot of fun. What else? This is looking so messy. I apologize for the haphazard stream, but I do appreciate you guys being here and hanging out with me. Oh, I will say, this is another card I feel like it's kind of crazy to punch out because it is a chase card. It's not the chase card, it's not the autograph sign one, but it is like a chase card to many people. But I do have multiples. So I don't know. Alright. I'm gonna put these away. No more Haikyuu cards for today. This is how many Haikyuu cards I have prepared to cut out, by the way. If anyone sees, they will think I'm a Atsumu fan. Well, they're in for a shock when they find out I have a ton of Atsumus because... Not because I'm a fan, but just because I'm willing to cut out his card. Alright. Do I want to cut out more blue lock? Kind of not. I also don't want to cut out any more blue lock. There's no one who I'm motivated to cut out. But you know what I do want to cut out? Pokemon cards, because I can do that with one hand. So strong, aren't I? Let's try it. We're gonna start with the Scammery. Because I really love this card. It's Megumi Higuchi. I do like a lot of their artworks because of how dynamic it is. And also look at how paintery it is. So we're going to make this a horizontal card for sure. Also, if anyone's curious, when you try to make the Pokemon cards into vertical stamps, it doesn't work because you get the name with it. So if you want the name, that's totally fine. I just want the artwork. Okay, I am going to have to cut off the edge. Now, unfortunately, the Pokemon card edge is not intuitive for stamps. You do have to cut it off. Otherwise, you do get a bit of the edge in your stamp. Some people might like that. I don't. No, you can tell me. I promise I'll remember. Actually, if you tell me now, I can check if I have it. Someone, Double Red in chat mentioned that his was Clefable. Also, he wanted to use Diggersby. Is that okay? It's a little bit, But I don't have Clefable. I might have it, but it's not in my current pile. I'll have to shuffle for it. I think that's okay. I think that's the best I'm gonna get it because of the single strike stamp. Yeah, I can do it with one hand. Let's go. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. It does look like it's a glare, though. Umbreon? Oh, that's right. Let me check. I think I might have an Umbreon card. That's actually pretty nice. I like the colors. Shiny Umbreon? Okay, I definitely don't have shiny Umbreon. And Umbreon is probably blasphemous to turn into a stamp either way. UV. I don't have Umbreon. Okay, I might have it, but it's probably in my bulk. Okay, I will remember Umbreon and Clefable. Unfortunately, I don't have Umbreon here. I know I have an Umbreon card. It's actually from Pokemon Celebrations. I don't know if I would bring myself to turn that one into a stamp. It's a Gold Star Umbreon. But yeah, I might have an Umbreon in my big bulk. Let's see. Which one are these? These are The big arts. Artist. Part of the reason I don't have Umbreon is just because I collected cards that are not older, but they were years ago. I know I do have an Umbreon full art. I guarantee I have an Umbreon full art. I just don't know if I have the guts to like stamp that one. But I will keep an eye out for Umbreon. Let me check this. Oh god. I do have a fairly... I do have this. I can check. Let's see. Oh, I did these by... So this is the blue set. This is the green set. I don't have a lot of dark cards. So I organized these by type, did I? Okay. Do I have any dark cards? Or no, would Umbreon be dark or psychic? I don't think dark is a card. It might be psychic. Okay. Curlia Floet, Alcremie, Poltergeist, Walnut, Wigglytuff, Alcremie, Whimsicott, Gardevoir, Jigglypuff, Snubbull, Sableye, Cutiefly, Dreepy, Snubbull, Cosmog, Ghastly, Rotes, Rotom, Lunatone, Cosmog, Drowsy, Hatena, Shuppet, Flabébé. No, okay. Oh, there are dark cards. Ha, I was just kidding. Because I kept seeing like Ghostmons. Let's see. Morpeko, Mastiff, Sableye, Impidimp, Murkrow, Galarian, Weezing, Zigzagoon, Zorua, Spinarak, Houndour, Dino, Absol. Oh, okay. I don't. I will have it in my bulk. I guarantee I have at least one Umbreon, unless I don't. I mean, I even have like fairy cards. Umbreon is dark type. Yeah, I kept thinking it might have been a psychic card because of the fact that I kept seeing Ghostmons as psychic types. So unfortunately, I don't have it in this bulk set. But I will remember Umbreon for future. I am not the Lulu. It's because there was a Shuppet that was psychic. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna punch out a couple more cards and then that's gonna be it for today. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company during a very stressful time. But I'm really glad we got to chat and hang out and punch out a bunch of stamps. Look at how nice it looks. Look at how aesthetic and cute. And ignore the fact that they're standing far apart. So next I'm going to punch out Noctowl. I don't know why I'm reaching for all the bird cards. I think it's like the stress. Noctowl. Let's see if my left hand can punch it out in one go. Oh, let's go! My left hand is not weak either. I do kind of like that background though. I'm going to punch that out as well. We got a Noctowl. I did get a little bit of that border, but it's okay. It actually looks fine. That's a really cool card. Noctowl is actually one of the few Birdmons that I really, really liked. Johto is unmatched for me. Someday, hopefully, I'll be able to play Soul Silver. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay, we're gonna punch out the tiny background to keep. Make good use of the card. Who else do I have in here? Let's see, who else could be cute to punch out? We could do Clauncher. This Helioptile is pretty cool. In Shelgon. Okay. Hunch crows are your favorite bird? Is it? Let's see. Do I have a hunch crow? I have a sandile. I have a shift tree. Wow, when you have like bulk cards, you really think you have everyone until you ask and then you can't deliver. No, I have Ninetales, Ariados. I don't even have... Do I have a Murkrow? I wonder if I have a Murkrow in my bird pile. Might not, because I think I only have like the... Let's see. Okay, that's Rufflet. Spearow, Rookity, Scammary, Swallow, Fletchinder, Halucha, Swablu, Corvusquire, Scammary, Ducklet, Rookity, Starly, Cramorant, Xatu, Exatu, Porygon, Tranquil. I don't. I only have normal burbs. I'm gonna have to like expand my burb repertoire. Really, really sorry. It's like if I was a restaurant, I would be like, huh, I don't have that in stock. Nothing is on the menu. We're gonna take a kind of burb. We're gonna take Shelgon. I'm gonna punch him out vertically because I think he's one of the few. Nope, look at that. Is that cute? It's kind of cute, but at the same time, like, there's no background. I know, it's kind of like playing gacha. Unfortunately, the gacha is just not working. I don't have pity either, sorry. That's what happens when you play free gacha. Okay, let's see. So I could do this, which is kind of nice. I do like it. But I think I'll do the other side. Because he's looking in that direction, so it makes more sense in my head. My gacha cursed in. Yeah, I did get more TCG though. I didn't know if I should announce it, but I did get more TCG because I had, it was a good opportunity. How's that? Is that a better composition? It is, kind of. Herm. Yeah. Gonna show this one more time just to... This is also kind of nice because it's like it's looking ahead and you see what's behind it. Left or right? This one? Or this one? Can't really decide. I think I do have multiple, so technically I could try both, but... My gut tells me this one's better, so I'm gonna go with this one. Committed. Yeah, that's pretty nice. I do like that. I would have cropped it higher, honestly, but because of the evolution bar, it didn't work out that way. You can see it. Hold on. I tried to avoid it. I even angled the stamp. But I really like this background, so I'm gonna crop it out. Let's see. Okay. I like to trim it off so you can have something to focus on. And by that, I mean like this. You could see like the little scraps. See, I think that's a pretty good. That's like as close as I'm gonna get to utilizing the entire card. Where'd it go? Huh, now I can't even find the little background piece I cut out. Whoops, where'd it go? Anyone see it? Maybe I can look at it on the screen and see if I can see it better. Oh, it's down here. It was covering Kiyomi. Right for you? Yeah, right I think turned out pretty nice. Okay, Clauncher. This one is very obvious. I'm going to be cutting it from this way instead of the other way. So... let's try... I could do this, but then it cuts off his claw, and his name is Clauncher. So I think I gotta crop it a little closer. Yeah, already that just looks better. Like this. These are stunning. Like this, I'm so obsessed with the bigger stamp. It's so difficult for me to like use the small stamp. Because I can't help it. Like, look at how cute it is. If I had more like these, I would definitely use the smaller stamp more. People might be surprised why there's leftover cards in the trash. No, it's fine. It's just like scrapbooking. This is kind of like junk journaling and scrapbooking. So I think the last one I'm going to stamp out for today might be this Helioptile. I'm thinking of turning this into a vertical stamp. Nope, I lied. You missed the cool effect. This is why, like, if I was to use the tiny stamper, you would completely cut off its cool ears. I could also technically use this one as, like, I guess a 3-part. It could be Exodia, where we're cutting out each one and then piecing it together, but... hold on. I was going to show you guys. I couldn't grip it. Let's see. I'm missing a little bit of the ear, so I'm going to have to move and crop over a little bit. But it's kind of a waste. I like that background. Alright. Like this. That's kind of cute. I feel like I could move it over a little bit more. And it's because I cut it at an angle. It's not straight. Alright. Okay, yep. I think that's perfect. Is my left hand strong enough? Oh, shoot. No, it's not. My right hand is, though. Gotta work on that left hand strength. That's very, very cute. Oh, shoot. It was a little off from where I wanted it to be. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. It's still cute, though. I don't know what move it's using, but it's completely electrified. I am going to cut out the background as well. Alright. Now, I don't know if you guys know, there's actually like a really cool stamper you can use where it's like only edges, if that makes sense. So instead of like a stamper like this, where you're punching out the stamp, it's only the stamp edge. So technically you could stamp anything and it gives you a lot more control, but I just chose not to go with that one because it's a lot more expensive. Like, a lot. There it is. Ta-da! With the little background. Alright. I didn't realize I still had so much space over there. I feel like I should fill it up before we go. Should I just punch out more? I can punch out a couple more? No. Oh. Okay, when I start dropping everything, I think that's gotta be it for today. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me on this very chill mechanical stream. I will probably try to do this again next time, but when I have a better idea of how to do the setup so that I can make spreads, so we can like actually put things down and see how things look on the page. But it was still a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna do more stamping. I think that's what they call this after stream, and I'm just going to like probably watch Robberou's stream as I chill. Once again, thank you so much for joining me, whether you're chatting, lurking, watching the VOD, subscribing, joining memberships, sending supas. I do appreciate you all. And if I could ask, if you guys ever encounter a Holostars and you're interested in their content, please just give it a try and just see. They are an amazing, creative group of people, and they might surprise you. But ultimately, no matter what, thank you so much for watching and sharing your time with me. I really appreciate it. And my next stream will be Sunday. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. It is going to depend on some things I'm going to check on. But I will post a schedule this week because my week should be more balanced than other weeks. However, if any of you are interested in House Flippers, this is just news, I just remembered. House Flippers is completely free. If you have ever wanted to try the game on Steam, it's the one where you like renovate houses and fix houses. It is on Steam 100% off for April 3rd until April 6th. So if you are interested in House Flipper, now is your time to check it out. What else? Yeah. I think that's it. As for me, I'm gonna be working on some stuff, and my next stream will be Sunday. It's gonna be really chill. If you like cozy streams, if you like farming sims, if you like ultimate games, or if you just want to see silly things like this, I love doing TCG hand cams, you should subscribe. Once again, I'm Ria, a cozy reader who loves the rain. Thank you so much for watching. And I remember to drink water, stretch, and take care of yourselves. As always, remember, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, or evening, wherever you are. I don't know why I say this all the time and I still forget. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope you have a good meal, and remember to take care of yourselves. Rest well, everyone. Until next time. Uh-oh, there it is.